Oof. Wow. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Rebels will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Maryland's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Looking to throw, it's Washington.
And you simply cannot start the game any better if you're on defense. The first 2 plays of the game, you get a sack. That's how you seize momentum.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Ole Miss offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Manning. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fights off a defender. Got a little space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah,
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. The Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bunch formation for these receivers. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Washington. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got room at the 35. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Terrapins are marching down the field. Going with the ground game left. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Terrapins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Caught behind the line. It's Lee. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for room. It's Lacy. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Lee. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Fires to the big fella. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Got it in the middle, it's Strickland. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. PAT unit on the field. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
Here comes the Heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want.
Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable 3rd down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they can't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
From the gun, give on the inside. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. To the air, it's Washington. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Fleming. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man, it's Ray. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park.
And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Turns it on at midfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that third down.
There he goes. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Rebels are flying down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Connection to the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the stomping has commenced. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for you.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 5. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Complete to start this drive. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Terrapins can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass, it's Washington. Quickly complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete in the middle. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. From the gun. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot.
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Wallace. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Lacey. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Grab near the sticks. It's Wallace. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. He'll set up to throw. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Rebels! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Manning. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll run this play from the pistol. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Makes it past the marker. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Terrapins! Once he got some room, it was over.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. And this is exactly the start that they'd envisioned. Get out of the gate, go 3-0, start to make your mark on this season.
They just got to keep riding the momentum. This team